Good morning, everyone. I'm Becky Robinson. I'm here with Ellen Snyder and Heather Manning, part of our Hometown Reads team, and we are so excited to have you on the line today to announce the fact that we have brand new features and functionality in Kansas City. And our goal today is to help you understand the new features, to answer any questions that you might have, to create a recording so that others who couldn't be here today have access to this information later, and obviously to continue to fuel the Read Local movement through getting more books and authors showcased on our site, and then mobilizing all of you to be effective in sharing the site and your books and your work with the world. So I want to start out by announcing what the new features are. You should have received an email from me that helped you to know that we now can accept up to 4 books per author on the Kansas City page only. And also with the ability to add more books, we've given authors in Kansas City the opportunity to create a login on our site. So hopefully, if you haven't already, you're soon going to visit this web page, which is hometownreads.com/create-user-account, and that link is available in our Facebook group, and it's also available in the email that we sent out to you. And it should be a fairly straightforward process. Heather tested it before we unrolled it to the Kansas City authors. Basically, you're going to go to this web page and you're going to use the email that you used in submitting your first book to Hometown Reads. When you submit your email, you'll get a message that will tell you that you're successful. If you get an error message, we've tried to make it really clear what those errors might be. If you happen to share this link with someone in another location, they're going to get an error message that tells them that their location does not yet have this functionality. So if you have the correct email and if you type it in correctly without any typos, what will happen is that you'll get an email in your inbox, and that email will include a password that you can use to log into the site. And then to log into the site, you're going to visit our login page, and that's a pretty easy URL to remember, hometownreads.com/login. You'll use your username, which is the same email address that you use to register on the site, and then you'll use the password that we provided to you. Once you log into the site for the first time, you also have the option of customizing your own password. So, if you have any concerns about the security of the password coming via email, the moment that you log in, you can go ahead and change that password to something that you can easily remember. Now, once you have a chance to log into the site, you're going to have a few different possibilities. One of them, as I mentioned before, is to add additional books. So if you're an author of, 2 or 3 or 4 books, all of your books potentially could be on our site. Now, if you're the author of more than 4 books and you're curious about getting even more books on the site, please let us know that. We can open up that limit at any time. We're keeping it at 4 at the present time because we're not sure how fast folks will submit new books, and we have a small team and it takes us time to review those books and get them published, and we don't want there to be any unnecessary delays for you authors. We want to be able to serve you quickly. The other option that you have is to edit the content on your existing books on the site. Those changes or edits are also subject to review by the Hometown Reads staff. And so basically what will happen is you can submit those changes. Your book that was previously on the site will stay on the site with its original data. And then once we have a chance to review your changes, then it will publish with the changes. So that will not be an instantaneous edit. There will be a bit of a lag there. So one of our callers unfortunately lost audio. Hopefully she'll get that back soon. The other thing that you're going to notice when you log into the site, and Heather, I don't know if you can bring this up on your screen. Since I'm not an author in Kansas City, I can't show this functionality with the primary author. So okay. Heather, if you're able to bring that screen up, I'll go ahead and switch and let you present your screen, and then you can show. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to make sure that a wide range of authors are represented on the Hometown Reads page for Kansas City. So right now, if you notice, we land on the Kansas City page. There are several pages already of Kansas City books, and what we want to avoid is if there's an author in Kansas City who has multiple books on the site, that their books would all show up and there wouldn't be a variety of distribution. So at the current time, we're asking you to select a primary book, and you can change that primary book as often as you want to by logging into your account. Basically, the primary book is the one that will show on the Kansas City page, and then once you get to your one book, so we'll take a look here at Heather Manning's title, Swept to Sea. What you're going to notice is that all of her books are going to be indexed here on her page, and then you can toggle between the various books from her as an author, and I can switch over here to Carried Home. And so then when I get to Carried Home, then I'll still be able to see Swept to Sea. And so as you add other books, all of those books will be indexed with you as the author of those books. And obviously your primary book, whichever one you select to be primary, will be on the Kansas City book page. And you can use that new browse button to go back to the Kansas City books and discover other great reads from Kansas City authors. So I'm going to just quickly switch to Heather as the presenter so that she can show you the primary book functionality. And Heather, as soon as you're ready, you can go ahead and show your screen. And then also, Heather, if you wouldn't mind just walking through the authors of the process of what it looks like when you edit your book and what the authors could expect to see.
Okay, great. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool. So this is what the back end of the website looks like for users. You can go into your author details and you can change your email if you have a different email address.
Oh, I don't think you can actually change your email, Heather. I think it's important for people to keep their same email.
Okay. Never mind then. But yeah, so if you have like an update for your bio or anything like that, you can update it and then we'll approve it. For your books, this is where you can add another book if you have your second one in and you want to add a third. And that looks like this. Basically the same form that you fill out normally. And then we have, sorry, one more back. Okay, and then this is where you can change your password. So, Becky, what was the other thing you wanted me to show?
Sure. Can you show how you select or change the primary book, the one that's going to be featured on the Kansas City page?
Okay, let me see. I have not done that yet. Okay,
so
probably.
When you're on My Books,
here we
do you
go.
See that?
Yeah, when you go into your books, this is where I can click to make this book primary. And then if I wanted to switch it, I can do that.
Yeah, just with one click you can switch which book. Great. And Heather, can you help me with this where it says books still being processed? So that's where any books, if an author has submitted additional books, until our HTR staff has time to review them, they would see those books listed and the books still being processed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I think that we have shown you in just a few short minutes all the new functionality that exists for you as authors. And so I want to open up now if there are any questions from those who are listening on the line. And I can open up your microphone if needed, or if you want to type those questions in the question panel. A little bit of data while I'm waiting to see if any of you have questions. At the current time, we do have 97 books, 97 authors featured in Kansas City, or as of yesterday, we had 97. And we're really excited to open up this functionality from other cities as well, but we want to use Kansas City as a test. And so we're really interested in hearing from all of you whether or not you have any challenges with, you know, any of the information that we've given you about how to operate the site. You know, we feel that it's fairly straightforward, but we also want to honor and recognize the experiences of our authors and want to serve you more effectively. So that said, if anyone would like to say hello or has a question, I'm probably going to stop this recording because I think the recording will show everything that's needed as far as our demonstration. And so if you don't want to have your voice on the recording, I'm going to